So, first thing we need to talk about is the food on the plane. Yeah, Kelly is used to Virgin. Last trip I had Virgin, and the two are very different.
When it comes to food.
Well, yeah. When it comes to food, they are very different. Virgin fill you up. American Airlines, they don't really fill you up. Our first meal,
As you saw.
yeah, as you did see, if you had, I had meatballs with mashed potato and broccoli, and you had
Salmon with lentils and broccoli.
yeah. Kelly doesn't even like fish. Well, not
No.
really. She has cod occasionally,
Oops.
so it was very hard for her. There wasn't an option either. Whereas I had an option of pasta or meatballs. So yeah, that's not easy, really. Being gluten-free on that plane was not easy.
I did, like I said, I did try the salmon.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like it. As soon as I opened it, the smell overwhelmed everything. I was like, oh, the smell, you would expect it to smell fishy, and it did. It really did. And the smell didn't help. And I've only ever tried salmon once before that time, and I didn't like it. But I did try it again because I thought we might be different with a bit of sauce. No, I still didn't like it, and no, I just ate broccoli. That's all I ate. But I did have the roll as well, and crackers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were very cheesy. I think I said you didn't need cheese with them, and you didn't.
Yeah, which is weird because it comes with like a pot of cheese bread, but you really didn't eat them.
There was no butter with the roll though. Like
Yeah, no butter, which is really weird. Like, how can you have no butter?
Yeah.
Unless it's just put the cheese in there, but it's a bit weird.
But you gave me your butter.
I gave Kelly my butter, yeah, because I didn't. Well, I was being nice.
Mm-hmm.
My roll could have done with butter, but oh well, it's fine. It doesn't matter. And then the second meal, that was a huge letdown. Absolutely huge letdown. I couldn't even call it a meal. I'm sorry.
More like a snack.
It's a snack. It is a snack. It's not a meal. For myself, I had what I can only describe as a sausage roll. I can't even think what it's called now.
Is it called a hot pocket?
Yeah, I think they call it a hot pocket, but it's just basically meat and pastry. That's a sausage roll to me. I mean, I don't know what else I can call it, really.
It was beef and something.
Yeah, it's beef and potato.
So like a pasty, but not.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a sausage roll shaped pasty, shall we say? Which was fine. It tasted nice, but it's not designed to fill you up. And for yourself, you had the frittata.
Yeah, it's like it says it's vegan, so it's vegetarian, it's gluten free, dairy free, and everything. And it was like a omelette in a rectangle packaging. But the problem with it is that it had onions and peppers.
Kelly hates this stuff. That's the trouble.
Yeah.
So you might like peppers and mushrooms and all that, so you might be okay with it. But Kelly, it's tricky.
I know I'm fussy and I should eat more things, but I did try it.
But the trouble is, there's not even a choice.
No.
That was the only option they had. They've kind of wanted to cover all bases of allergies of vegan, dairy-free and gluten-free all in one. That's the only option they get.
And also, it wasn't also... Okay, I didn't like it, but it was also the fact that you couldn't eat it, because as soon as you opened it, you couldn't even pick it up or take it out of the packaging. You could eat the first half of it, which I did. I ate basically the first half of it. I was like, no, I had enough. I can't eat something I don't like. But at least I had half of it. But you couldn't even eat the other half, because you couldn't get it out of the packaging without it falling apart.
And of course you get no knives and forks, because they technically don't need it, but for Kenny's one, you really did need it.
Yeah. And even I tried tipping it upside down as well, and I still couldn't get it out.
No, you can live with crumbs. Drinks on the plane were interesting. The first one is complimentary, and the second one they say you're meant to pay for it. So
You're only meant to pay for alcohol.
oh, that's right, you pay for alcohol. But they said to me that beers are unlimited.
Beer's unlimited?
Yeah. She said to me the beers, if you wanted a beer, you can have any beer you want.
Didn't know she said that to me.
But I wanted Jack Daniels and Coke. So she was a bit put out, but she gave me a bottle. And she left. I was like, sorry, can I get my Coke, please? Like, I drink it with something. So yeah, I actually ended up getting a free bottle of Jack Daniels, which was quite interesting. And the plane, it was about 10 hours flight time, which wasn't too bad, but when you've been up for such a long time, it's like, I just want to get to my destination now, you know. So we got off the plane, got to the baggage thing, that was fine. But then we went to go get a shuttle. The taxi. That was tricky. Why was it tricky, Kel?
Basically, when we booked the holiday, we booked our transfers. On our transfer voucher, it just says to come out the airport, but depending on what terminal you land at, you're supposed to go left or right. And because of the terminal we came out of, well, we thought we came out of, we were supposed to turn left. But in reality, after a fashion, we realised we should have turned right. So the instructions were wrong. And the worst thing about it is you have to go up to a booth and say, give them the voucher, basically.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait and wait until a transport becomes available. Now, what I thought was going to happen, and so did the person we were with, thought that they'll just be there waiting for us, ready to come out. But no, you have to go to the booth, which takes transfers on the day as well.
Yeah.
So it's not booked, in my opinion.
No, it's just really weird. It's like you book the position, so they should be there. You know, knowing what time of flight you've got, etc. They should be there waiting. But no, we had trouble finding it. Heavily crowded, obviously. There's lots of vehicles going around. So yeah, it was tricky getting the cases there as well. One of our cases isn't great anyway, it's a bit wobbly. But we've got 4 wheels on our case, so it should be easy to wheel, but the paths are never even, are they?
No.
They've always got loads of bumps and things, so...
And there's so many people, and trying to manoeuvre cases, it was...
Not easy. But we managed to get to the shuttle. And that, I think we're about the third stop, because it takes other people as well. So you're not just going to your destination, you have to go to other people's first and then go to your one afterwards.
Which I thought would be the case as well. It wouldn't just be a taxi, it would just be for other people, which I had when I've been to other countries when we had transfers. But I did not expect to have to basically say, oh wait, like where we're going and stuff, to actually say that to get the transport.
So yeah, very interesting the way it's been done. But as I say, we made it. We are staying at the Sherton Hotel in Anaheim. Yeah, so obviously we got to the hotel and had to check in.
Bearing in mind that this is probably about 11 o'clock Californian time.
Yeah, which is...
I think it's about 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning for English time.
So we'd been up for about 24 hours at this point. I didn't sleep on the plane.
I had a nap, but you can't really sleep on a plane.
Not unless you're in business.
Although we have actually got noise cancelling earphones. Please get them if you want to go on a long haul flight. They are so worth it, aren't they?
Yeah.
We were like, we don't need those. Oh boy, the difference it makes, unbelievable. Yeah, definitely glad we got them. But yeah, getting here late, as it were, in the evening, and then trying to explain what we wanted to the receptionist was...
What was annoying with this hotel is that your rooms are guaranteed, but the actual room you have is not guaranteed. So the person we were with put to have a king size bed in a room, but they didn't have any available. Yet we booked it.
And didn't you say you paid extra for that?
Yes.
So we've paid, the person we're with has paid extra money to have the bigger size bed, and yet, unfortunately we haven't got any available. But yet, surely that's not good enough. They've paid for their room, but they haven't paid for which type of room they actually get.
But as he said, the excuse we got was when you booked with a third party. And I'm like, but that's still not good enough.
No.
You allow that party to book with you, so
Yeah.
you should accept what they send. So obviously they've given the person's room away to someone else.
Mm.
It might have been the case maybe that they did
The
it,
third party didn't do it properly, who knows, but...
or they sold the room, they double booked the room, I don't know. They might have done that, not realising that someone was coming who booked a king size.
But yeah, we also, it was interesting enough, the receptionist said that we'd get a pool view room. That is not a pool view room. As I showed you earlier, there was a huge brick wall in front of our view. That is not a pool. But it's just one of them things. We live and learn, basically.
Excuse me.
And obviously this receptionist didn't know her hotel very well to know there was a brick wall in front of it.
I think if we were on a higher floor, we might just about been able to see the pool.
But or on a different bit further up, maybe on the same. But yeah, either way, it's fine. We'll cope for what we've got for the time we're here.
We also asked at reception about if the restaurant that they have here for breakfast, if they do gluten-free. And she said they should do. Not like they will do, but they should do.
We said, is there a menu for it? No, that's inside the restaurant.
But it's
But
closed,
the restaurant was closed at the time we got here, so we couldn't exactly go and find out. But, that being said, we did decide to have breakfast there this morning. And your thoughts on that was?
The breakfast was amazing. I mean, excuse me. Went in, normal stuff. What can you do? Me, gluten free. It's like toast, pancakes, fruit.
I think they said, didn't they say waffles?
I don't think they said waffles.
Oh, no,
there are waffles on the menu.
Mm.
But I think you have to ask to. I think you have to ask for them specifically.
Yeah. So, kind of across your gluten-free part, they do like other options on the menu. They do like eggs Benedict, omelettes, the pancakes and that. You have to specify what you want for that one, because other than that, they do a buffet, which included.
You had bacon, sausage, potatoes with tomato, I think.
Yeah, the bacon was extra crispy. Yeah, it was basically eggs with cheese.
Oh, was it? Oh, the scrambled egg.
Scrambled egg with cheese and I think it was tomato, I can't remember.
And French toast.
Yeah, the French toast, it was cinnamon French toast, which was really nice actually.
It?
Sorry, that's not gluten-free, that's the only thing.
But most of the buffet food was gluten-free.
Including the sausages.
Yeah.
Which is
and I can guarantee
really
they were because I didn't get ill.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, breakfast was absolutely amazing.
They made me 3 pancakes and 2 slices of toast. I wasn't too keen on the pancakes. I made myself eat probably about 1.5 because I felt I should eat it because they made it especially for me.
Sorry.
I think they tasted like they were made from wholemeal flour, which is very weird for a pancake.
Well, yeah. They were kind of light and fluffy, but there was this taste of... It was a floury taste, wasn't it?
Yeah, wholemeal.
Yeah, a lot of things were there. I think we used wholemeal. I had them... I didn't show you this, actually. I had some pastries, and one of them was like a little cupcake. I swear that was wholemeal, because it was tea brown for a normal cupcake, which is really bizarre, but it tastes nice. It had kind of banana taste to it, which wouldn't suit Kelly either because she doesn't like banana.
Sorry, I do a lot of things I don't like.
But yeah, no, it wasn't too bad though. Just going up there, I'm just getting served really. Just help myself.
Our breakfast was complimentary this morning.
Yeah, last night because we were celebrating second honeymoon, shall we say? The receptionist actually managed to get our first breakfast, or at least a breakfast, one of them, complimentary. So we used that this morning. So if we go anywhere else, that's fine, you know. But we want to make sure we used it. So we used that today, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Totally worth it. I must say the breakfast was amazing. They offer you toast. You got oatmeal. You got other cereals. So yeah, I do recommend breakfast here. Other than that, I think they want to charge £21. Sorry, $21. Yeah, money. For breakfast, which isn't too bad for breakfast actually.
Mm-hmm.
Really, in the pricing range. So yeah, that was good. Just one more thing actually. We in this hotel they actually have a Starbucks. So
I usually like to have a hot chocolate before I go to bed because it helps me go to sleep. So, because I haven't had a chance to go shopping and buy some because I wasn't sure if I was allowed to bring them into America.
it's very tricky with the rules of what you can bring in and what you can't bring in. So we wait until we get here at least until we get some. But there's Starbucks. So you asked for a
Hot chocolate.
hot chocolate, just normal hot chocolate.
But knowing what some things are like, and you always have to check. I did ask if it was gluten free, and they couldn't exactly tell me, and I was a little bit upset because they wouldn't let me look at the ingredients either, so I could check for myself because they weren't sure at all, which is shocking. So they read out a few ingredients, and then we told them it needs to be barley, wheat, or rye.
What they read out was sugar, corn syrup, and basically sugary products, which for gluten free is perfectly safe. So we had to say no. If it contains wheat, barley, rye, you can't have it. Oh, I wouldn't take the risk, is what they said. It's like I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. So we are taking a risk. We will let you know tomorrow how bad it is or how good it is. I've actually gone for a salted caramel mocha, which is... I've not actually seen one of them in a Starbucks. So this isn't a hot beverage. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to get to drink that one.
I will say, this is very, very sweet, this hot chocolate.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Probably with all the syrup that's in it.
Oh wow, that's true. Which is weird. I'm surprised they actually do use syrups for that. But
So if I actually get any sleep, I'd be surprised because I'd be high on sugar.
but for now, we're going to go to bed.
Bye.
Bye.